So today's video is gonna be kind of a different one, maybe a little bit weird, but it's gonna be all about how I did my makeup while I was in high school. I was watching Myra's video, Myra Touch of Glam, here on YouTube. I will link her channel down below. She did an entire video on how she did her makeup when she was in high school, and I thought it was such a funny idea, and I really wanted to do it, so I will link her high school makeup version down below. She's super talented and really good at makeup, so make sure you check her out. At first, when I saw her video, I was like, oh, that's such a good idea, but then I thought, wow, mine would be completely pointless because my makeup routine in high school was like nothing. Like, I didn't really do much, but I thought it would be fun to just sit down and talk to you guys, maybe reminisce back on high school, have a little bit of a chatty video while I show you what I did in high school. And it's so funny because I have everything that I used in high school. Obviously not the same exact products I used in high school because that would make them like 6 or 7 years old. They are repurchases. This video is so dumb. I have 4 products, guys. I literally have 4 makeup products. I wanted to see if I found a polo in one of my drawers, but I actually don't own one. We had uniform in my high school. I'm not sure how the rest of the world works, but I always had uniform. In pre-K, elementary, middle school, high school, we always had to wear a uniform. And for high school, it actually wasn't as strict as some of the other high schools around me because we got to wear jeans, which most high schools didn't let you. You had to wear like khaki pants, but we got to wear jeans, but we had to pair it with a blue, a white, or a red polo. Very patriotic. But that was the uniform. I never wore white polos because I hated the way that I looked in white when I was in high school. So I literally had like a crap ton of blue and red polos in my drawers. Why am I talking to you guys about my uniform? Like, nobody cares. This is not what the video is about. Throughout my entire high school career, my hair was pinned straight. I ironed my hair literally every time I washed it. I never embraced my naturally curly hair as much as I do now, which I totally regret because so many years of ironing my hair totally messed up my curls. My hair doesn't get nearly as curly as it used to. I used to have like Shirley Temple curls. Not no more. And side note, I know that I keep promising my natural hair routine, and that's coming. I'm so sorry, but I promise you, yeah, I'm gonna film it very soon. Okay, so I guess I'll just go ahead and get started on my 3-minute makeup tutorial because there's not much you're gonna see here. I actually did my makeup every morning on my way to school. I wasn't that kind of girl who woke up early and then, you know, put her makeup on and then left. No. My mom had to drag me out of bed every morning. I was not a morning person. I hated waking up at 6 a.m. for school. So I would just put on my makeup while my mom drove me to school. So to get started on this look, I think I'm gonna go ahead and skip primer and foundation and concealer and powder because I literally had no idea what any of those things were in high school. It's so crazy to think that I would not even conceal my dark circles because now they like drive me crazy. But I just didn't really know much about makeup. I didn't start watching YouTube videos till like my, has that been in my tooth the entire time? Frijoles negros, really? I didn't start watching makeup tutorials till like my junior and senior year of high school, and even then all I did was like watch them. I never practiced it on my face. I always started off with this guy right here. I have gone through so many pencils of this, but you guys know I've talked about this a ton on my channel. This is MAC Costa Riche Eye Kohl. This was pretty much the only eyeliner I used in high school. Sometimes I threw in a black eyeliner if I was feeling dangerous, but it was always this. And when I was in high school, I thought MAC was the end-all be-all of makeup. I really had no knowledge of other brands, but it was only because in high school I didn't really know what Sephora was. I had never even heard of Sephora when I was a junior or a senior. So I would just show up to my mall, like the mall closest to my house, and I would walk into Macy's and shop my makeup at the MAC counter or the Clinique counter because they were right next to each other, and that's the only makeup I knew about. And I knew about Clinique because my grandmother used to wear Clinique. And obviously I wanted everything my sister had. Being a younger sister, like you just want to be like your older sister. She always had MAC. I remember she had like this big drawer full of makeup and I would like secretly open it when she wasn't there and look at all the MAC stuff. So I learned about MAC through her. But honestly, after learning so much about makeup and researching so much about makeup, MAC is not like that great. There are 100 other brands out there that are way better than MAC in my opinion. Like, I barely even use MAC anymore. There's more fish in the sea, you know? So So after I would put on my eyeliner very carefully at red lights, I would jump into mascara, and this is the first mascara I ever really used. This is the Clinique Lash Doubling Mascara. I've gone through so many tubes of this, you guys have no idea. This is the first mascara my mom ever bought me. Instead of like taking me to the drugstore and like, I don't know, showing me that kind of makeup, she just gave me whatever she used, and my mom used Clinique and MAC and stuff. So I'm just gonna go in with a few coats of my lash doubling mascara. In high school, I felt naked unless I had mascara on. Like, I wouldn't go anywhere unless I had mascara on, which is so funny to think now, because if I had to leave the house with only one makeup product on my face, it would be my brows. I would have to fill in my brows now, and I never even touched my brows in high school. But I feel like back in 2009 and stuff, like, nobody really did their brows, or maybe just like nobody I went to school with did their brows. This used to be my favorite mascara of all time. I even have a whole video dedicated to this mascara when I first started my channel, but actually it's not my favorite anymore, and it's crazy because I was addicted to this mascara. But I've just discovered so many good ones. Like the Kiko one is the same price, I believe, and it's so much better. I'm curious to see what people would do with this video. Like, I really hope people do this video, like do this challenge. I would love to see the kind of makeup other beauty vloggers wore in high school, just to see the difference and see how far we've come. There were days where I would just like get mascara on my eyelid and be like, all right, that's staying there. And I kind of feel like nowadays it's almost expected of you to wear makeup. It's almost like you have to wear a full face of makeup to high school, and I don't think you do. I feel like you should only if you want to. If that's how you express yourself and you want to pile on the makeup, definitely go for it. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. I don't think makeup makes you beautiful or not. I don't think your contour game is what makes you a cool person, you know? Super cheesy, but beauty comes from within, so you don't have to put on makeup to feel beautiful. You should feel beautiful because you're a beautiful person. Okay, so now for the what was I thinking part. In high school, I had one face product, and it's what I used as my bronzer and my blush all in one, and this is the only thing I ever used. This is the MAC blush in the shade Harmony. My mom bought this for me for the first time when I was 15. It's what I wore on my quinces. Like, she did my makeup for my 15s, and I just fell in love with this product. So I would go in with like a fluffy brush just like this. This is the Real Techniques blush brush, but the brush I used, actually, I think it was even from Clinique. It had a blue handle and it was see-through, like a see-through blue, really cool handle. It was short, and it had it was like a huge powder brush, a little bit bigger than this, but it shed like a mofo. Like, I remember I would put on my bronzer and just like hairs would be all over my face, but I kept that brush for years. It was the one and only face brush I had for like 5 years, and eventually I had to throw it away because it was literally falling apart when I would wash it. So I would always just dip my brush into this and just literally throw it on my cheeks like this. Like, I remember just sitting in the car and applying it to my bare ass face that doesn't pick up much pigment. Just work that into my skin. After I had on what felt like enough blush, I would take some and just put that all over my face. And obviously, since there's no foundation underneath, it doesn't really stick to the skin all that well. I would even put some on my nose, and I would take some down my neck just to give the appearance of a tan. That's what I would do. You could just imagine how fast I would go through one of these things because I used it as literally everything. So that is what I would do to my face. Super bronzy. And then I would just like brush my eyebrows with my fingers. And that's it for the face and the eyes. And then I would go in with my lipstick. Looking at this lipstick brings back so many memories. This is the MAC lipstick in the shade Pretty Please. This was my first MAC lipstick ever. Obsessed with this lipstick. I would go through this like water. It's the lipstick I wore every single day. I think this is also something my mom bought me for my 15s. Now I don't think I would ever wear this lipstick again because it's a little bit too light and frosty for my liking, but it's all I wore. This was my signature lipstick in high school. I wore it on a daily basis in high school. There wasn't a day in high school, like my junior or senior year, that I did not wear this. I didn't really wear much makeup my freshman or sophomore year, but this was my lipstick. And I would just plop it on, no lip liner or anything. This doesn't even look that great on the lips. Like, this lipstick totally emphasizes all the lines on my lips. So yeah, that completes this makeup tutorial. This is the makeup I wore all throughout high school pretty much. I'm looking in the mirror right now and I feel like I'm staring at the 16-year-old version of me. It's insane. I'm actually gonna pop up a picture right here of me my senior year of high school. I took this picture while I was in the car and I am literally wearing everything that you see on my face right now. Costa Riche, Mag Harmony, Pretty Please, and the Clinique mascara, all in this photo. I can't believe I loved this lipstick that much. I wasn't someone who had like a makeup bag full of stuff. My makeup bag was like really small and it consisted of these 4 items. My love for makeup honestly didn't grow until I graduated. I even remember the first day I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Walgreens and I'm gonna buy some makeup. And I was browsing the drugstore section and I texted my friend and I was like, can you please help me out? I don't know what foundation to use. Can you text me a good foundation for me to buy at the drugstore? And I remember she replied with the Revlon Color Stay foundation for dry skin, and I fell in love with it. Like, I was shocked the first time I ever put on foundation, and as I was putting it on I was like, holy crap, this like covers my skin. It was like surreal for me, which is so funny to think about because now I have like a million foundations and my life has consumed my makeup, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I love makeup so much, but it just goes to show you that you can go from knowing absolutely zero about makeup to doing it for a living. There are makeup artists out there that literally started like all of us. So if you are someone who you want to be a makeup artist, you want to be a beauty vlogger, if that's something you want to do, stick to it. Watch makeup tutorials, practice on yourself. That's what I did. After high school, like, practicing makeup on myself became my hobby. I didn't even know where concealer was supposed to go when I was in high school. Like, I didn't know anything. And it's something we learn, and I learn every day. I'm still learning. Keep doing it. I totally believe in you. You will get there, and you will eventually love the way you do your makeup. I promise you. Do not be discouraged. Myra created this challenge, I think. I've never seen anybody else do this video. I'm gonna write specific YouTubers down below to see if maybe they do this video. But don't forget to check out Myra's video as well. But yeah, that completes this video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Obviously not the same things I used in high school. Matcha. I'm drinking the matcha. I even have, oh my god, I have a birthmark here? Since when? Hey guys, so today's video is gonna be my Ipsy bag unbagging. I got back from Los Angeles and I realized that I had this in my mailbox, and today I'm actually gonna do things a little bit differently. While I was in LA one night laying in bed,